Alright, so there it is. An unknown vintage Ransomes mower we got at a yard sale. As you can probably see, I have hooked some batteries to it to get it to turn over, and I have taken the injector pump and the air line off. I took the air line off so if I did get it to start and it decided to run away on me, I could just cover that with my hand and choke it out, so I had a means by which to shut it off before it yarded its guts all over. As far as our crazy awesome 2-battery jumper setup, it's a diesel motor and there was some electrical problems I just started trying to chase down to get it to start, and finally got to the point where I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna jumper up a fuel pump on it, which I did here, and crank it over and try to get some fuel. I cranked and cranked. Obviously I'm getting fuel to the injector pump. Was not getting fuel to the injectors. So yeah, I mean, look at, I paid a smoking $225 for this machine. Got the injector pump off. The middle plunger was stuck, so, and also the slide, the fuel cutoff was stuck. So what we're gonna do here is it's got some issues, but all in all it looks okay. If we look down here, I mean, we've kind of had to create some fuel lines and a couple things. The only thing I've done other than take that injector off is I cleaned up these connections as best as I could and put some lovely lithium dauber grease on it. But I'm gonna get back there and I'm gonna reinstall that injector pump, and then we are going to give this thing a crankety crank and see what happens. Now I only paid $225 for it, so if I blow it up or it spits its guts out the back of itself, I'm not really super concerned about that. Other than that, we don't have any idea. It's kind of just a lost restoration start. It was sitting there at a yard sale and I said, what do you want for that? And they said, we don't know. It belonged to my dad. He blew up the motor. After kind of just hand cranking it over, like I said, I bought it for $225. I was just gonna throw a gas motor in it, and I guess those of you guys have seen me do stuff before know that I generally, I don't know if I get really lucky or just I'm stupid enough to try to fix things. Haven't figured that out, but in this case is the case of my beater there. I've usually discovered that the motor seems to run and drive. I don't know. I think people just hate motors or something, or maybe I love them. I don't know. But anyways, so let's put an injector pump in this bad boy and get to beating it to death, huh? All right, be back with you. So I should kind of show you guys this. Sort of a back out here a little bit. But kind of a weird challenge that was had here is that, as you can see, this one's cleaner, but this middle injector was stuck, and the I call it the rack and pinion, but I don't know what the professional terminology for it was. But the you know what the hell I'm trying trying to say? The frickin' stinking auto fuel shutoff was not running operationally. So I was kind of messing around with this, like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do here on this guy. And I came across a buddy of mine, was talking to him about it, and he said boil it in oil. So believe it or not, I took this bad boy and I put it back together very carefully, and I'm fairly certain I screwed it up, but we'll see if it works. And I did exactly that. I got a jug of oil and put it on the stove. I'd recommend you do this outside because my whole house stinks like Della and my wife's pretty ticked. But I cooked it up to 350 degrees and let it sit there for about a half hour. When I took it out, this thing was perfect. Everything moves, everything turns, there's no grit, there's no grime, so hey, little victory there. So there's kind of no nice way to sort of video this and do this, and candidly I'm sure I'm doing it wrong, but there is two things I need to grasp here, which is one, this little metal rod, and two, this kind of spring clip. So I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but I need to figure out how to put that, how to kind of hold that in place so I can set ye old friendly neighborhood injection pump back in dar, you know, without obviously destroying it. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a hook on that little there we go, that little stick right there. So this kind of is one of them three-handed jobs. So how the hell do I do that? Anybody want to jump in here with a great idea? I'm all frickin' ears. Alright. And then I'm gonna stop and realize I forgot this. So let's take this back out of there. Put that back where it goes. I think I'm showing you guys this so you understand that every once in a while there's those like freaking frustrating things. It's like, how does this action happen? And to be completely honest with you, man, I'm just not sure how exactly to do that. Oh. Aha. So that's a little throttle movement there. I know that. I think I need a different hook. I think that's the problem, but I'm gonna try to scoop these up this way. Hold them up out of the way. Set this bad boy in here. Which, okay. For the purposes of right now, that half is accomplished. Now, how to get that sucker Okay. Okay, so that ain't gonna happen. It's even more complicated than that. Now I can't get the shit out. Woo-wee! Okay. Let's think of a different method here, people. That's the way to do it right there. For those of us, like myself. Okay, so let's this bad boy back on there. I understand y'all can't see this very well, but trust me, it's very freaking difficult. What can I say? Hell, I don't know if that thing is on or off. So I don't know if you guys can see how. I guess you can't really see in there much, but if you're doing this when you get to this point, you'll see that sucking thing going together. Huh. Yeesh. I don't know if I'm making good video here or not, but let me tell you what, I'm doing my dadgummest without a cameraman. Come on, stinker. There you go. Ah! Okay, so alright, so if I'm candid right now, I'm getting ready to at least pull these injector lines off of here and probably pull this injector pump out because it ain't pumping fuel still. Don't know. But I will evaluate and think about it. And maybe Google it. Shoo. Stay tuned. Give that bad boy a fuel line. Ah. Tell you what, it's not bad. Now I just gotta figure out how these diesel injector lines go. Are you number 1 and number 2? I'm thinking so. There we go. Sucker. Nothing's ever easy. You're unhappy. Okay. So, my plan, if you guys can see it, is to first tighten up the top of these bad boys. And leave the bottoms open and crank this over by hand a few times with the fuel pump on, and see if we can't get some juice squirting. I'm gonna go around the other side. I can do that without falling over. All right, what are we doing here? Remind me next time. So, I am, quite frankly, still in thought, deep thought I might add, about why diesel is not squirting out of my diesel injector pump. I have, in fact, just left this bad boy alone overnight so I could do some deep thinking on this particular matter. And I have come up with a couple ideas. I'm going to confess, I got you a little low. I'm not sure if any of these are good ideas. I'm wondering, first, if the fuel shutoff is not disengaging. The plunger's moving. I'm going to show you guys that. I don't know if you're going to be able to. You can see that little plunger right here And as you can also see, like, when I give it juice, that bad boy is moving. However, is it disengaging? Wherein is the question. So I think I'm gonna take this cover off here and give it a look-see and figure out what's going on. My thought is there's a little rod in there, and I wonder if in the course of my activity, brilliant as it was, I did not inadvertently, emphasis on inadvertently, knock that rod out of there. And I'm going to speculate that it is somebody else's fault, not mine. Okay, so aha! Oh, wait a minute. In there very well, but there's a rack and pinion in there that is not moving the way it's supposed to be moving.